All right, so this is recording. Let me move this over on my screens real quick and we'll get started. Okay, let me see. Let me log in. Recording in progress. Sorry, I was logging on my phone as well. Okay, so hi everybody. I am Cassie Archibald. I know we have a few different teams on here tonight. Also, like my camera is right here on my computer, but I have two monitors, so I'm always looking to the side. So that's why I'm looking a little weird. I'm always looking at the wrong direction on these things. Like I said, I'm Cassie Archibald. I know we have a lot of like the people from my active team chat on here tonight, and I know we have some from Amanda Little's team as well. She's one of my sideline sisters that I work closely with, and I know we might have a few people from Ashley Ramsey's team as well joining. The three of us work together really closely and stuff with Blakely's team. So this Zoom tonight is going to really like focus on our system, like explaining it step by step in a slow way that's understandable. Why is this phone so loud? I'm so sorry. Hold on one second. How do I disconnect audio? There we go. Perfect. And then we're going to talk about like our journals and then Q&A. Because I know, most of y'all are anywhere from 3 days into the business or less than a month into the business. And I'm sure you have questions, and I'm sure there are things that are not making sense. And there's things that Amanda or Ashley or I might say in a team chat, and we're like, hey, go do this. And you're like, what is that? But I don't want to say anything. I get it. It's a lot. I mean, there's things that I'm still learning myself. And I've been in this business for 2 years exactly now. So just real quick, a little bit about me, because again, I know most of y'all don't know who I am. My name is Cassie. I live in Mississippi. I started Nu Skin 2 years ago, like legit last week of January. I started because we had a lot of debt after COVID and stuff like that. And I wanted to make some extra money to help pay off debt. So that's why I started. And prior to Nu Skin, I was a full-time TV executive producer at a TV station where I live in Mississippi. And I was there for 11 years. I quit that job after about 5 months of doing Nu Skin because I saw the bigger picture very quickly. And I realized like I had a lot more potential that I could do with Nu Skin than where I was going to be stuck at in a TV station, like even though I went to school for that and everything. So that's where my story came from. Everybody in my active team chat, you all came from somebody on my team or myself, meaning like you either came from a post that they did and like an opportunity post or a shout out post, or maybe you were a customer or a friend or a neighbor. Like you've all been brought into this business for whatever reason you decided to join. For a lot of people, it's money because, we could all use a little bit extra money and stuff. Some people it's for like the camaraderie and the friendship. Some people, they want to go on vacations. Like Nu Skin, you can earn up to 2 free trips a year. They're called our success trips. Anybody, once you hit brand rep, is eligible to qualify for those. And again, that's a little further down the road once you become a brand rep and stuff like that. Sorry, I also have a little bit of a cold, so apologize for coughing and stuff. So what I want to start off with though is just by saying, like, if you have any questions throughout this, like either put them in the chat or like do the little hand raise button on Zoom. If you don't know what that is, like if you're on your phone and you click on more, and then there's a little like hand emoji and you click raise hand, and then like I'll see it pop up and I can call on you, like if you'd rather say your question out loud and stuff. If you have questions throughout this, like just say it, put it in the chat or raise your hand and I'll call on you. You can unmute and then talk from there, because I'd rather like answer your question while I'm going through it. That way, like, we answer it as we're going through the process, and maybe because I'm sure there are other people that are gonna have the same question as you, maybe just people don't want to ask it and stuff. I'm also from the South, so I talk really fast, and I apologize about that. I try my hardest to slow down, but it doesn't quite work always that well. All right, so first we're going to start off with Morning Miracle Morning. I always call it Morning Miracle, and Amanda Little makes fun of me on a daily basis because I always call it backwards. And that is, well, this is not what the journal looks like anymore. This is what I have from our previous one that I just haven't finished filling it out yet. But this is what we start our day with. This, to be honest, I thought was extremely lame before I started doing it. I didn't do it until about 6 months ago. For the first 1.5 years of my business, I was like, I am not doing that. That is so cheesy. Like, I don't manifest and do affirmations and all that cheesy voodoo witchcraft stuff is really what I thought in my head it was. But then Erin K. So just in case you don't know, Blakely Lawrence is my upline. She's like the team lead over me, Amanda, and Ashley, like the three people, that have people on this call. And then Blakely is at the top of our company. And then she works sidelined with Erin Kay, who's the $1 million earner within Fast Track. Like, yes, she's made $1 million in the last year with Nu Skin in commission alone. She's been, they have both been with Nu Skin for about 6 years now, 5 to 6 years. So the two of them work together, and that's what all of Fast Track to Success is. That's like our whole team is combined in those two things. So you'll hear me like reference Blakely or Erin, like interchange. I think I'm the both of my leaders, like my mentors and stuff. So Erin basically told me like, you need to do Miracle Morning. It's going to help with your mindset. It's going to help like just get you going for the day. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm not going to do that. Whatever. I'll just tell her I do it. But she was like, just do it for 2 weeks. Put your feelings aside about it. And I'm telling you, like, it's going to help you so much mentally, because I know 99.9% of y'all on this call, you work full time. You're fitting this into the cracks of your day already. And there's going to be days where you're like, I don't have time to do Nu Skin. Like, I'm stressed out. Like, I don't want to answer messages. I don't want to have to go send shout out requests. I don't want to package orders. Like it's going to happen, And so if you're in the right mind space with it, and that comes from doing Miracle Morning, like it really will help you like just kind of handle the day better. So when you get the book, there's a whole like, oh, that's the wrong page. Where is it? Oh, I can turn the page. Oh my goodness, they're like sticking together now, of course. There's a whole like instruction kit, basically, not kit, but like instructions and telling you how to do it. So basically it shouldn't take you any longer than 20 minutes. So basically right here on the first page, it says scribe. And so basically this is like just like free writing. You can write about whatever you want there. It doesn't have to be business related. It can literally be like there I was talking about we're leaving for Disney. That was like 2 months ago or a month or so ago. I was talking about we're going to Disney. I talked about some work stuff and like that I'm stressed. That was it. Like I just like kind of like spit out a few thoughts and went from there. And then the section down here is visualizing your dreams. So we make a dream board. Mine's over here. I'm in the process of rearranging my office too. So it's a little bit of a shit show back here. So don't judge the mess over here. But hold on. Like this is my dream board and it's missing something. So my dog loves to eat things off of it. Like he ate the big Team Elite thing I had in the middle there and the thing over here that was like some food picture. But like, so this is like my dream board and things that like I want to accomplish eventually. Not saying it has to be this year, but it could be in 5 years from now and stuff. Just some of the things are like cleaning supplies. Like I want a housekeeper. I hate cleaning. I want a housekeeper. And I want to be able to afford a housekeeper on like a weekly basis. Like I think that would be like one of the biggest perks in life is to have a cleaner every week come do my house. I want to start like a college fund for my kids and have it like fully set up by the time they go to college. And like, so I don't have to stress about that when time comes. So it's just little things in there that like you dream about and like, big goals you might have in the future and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be work related. It could be fitness related. It could be health. It could be marriage related. Like I have on here somewhere like monthly date night planner. Like my husband and I, we needed to go on more dates. I can tell you that. I think anybody married with kids knows that, your own marriage kind of gets put on the back burner when you have young kids and stuff. So when you're doing your Miracle Morning, you just pick one thing from your vision board and you just write about it. Like you like visualize it. So like here, like on my vision board, I have that we have annual Disney passes as a family. I'm a Disney freak, by the way. I love Disney World. I would go every single month if we could afford it. I love Disney World. Like I get so magical. And like now that we're at the point in our lives that like we could actually afford to have annual passes, Disney World doesn't offer them since COVID. So I'm like, but like that's like what I talked about, like having annual passes, being able to go wherever we want. And then over here is the manifest affirmations. Now this is the part I thought was super lame. Just full disclosure. I was like, this is weird. I'm not going to do this part, but I did it because Erin told me just do it for 2 weeks and get it over with. So basically you write one sentence 12 times. And this is going to be something that you want to accomplish in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So like for all y'all starting off, it may be you want to get to the 500 club this month, which is 500 GSP points within 1 calendar month. If you've already hit the 500 club, maybe you want to get to the 1,000 club and sign your LOI this month, which stands for letter of intent. Maybe you want to sell a bulk affirming cream. Maybe you want to invite 10 people to the business. Maybe you want to have 5 shout outs a day. It's something that you want to work towards for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So you write just a short little sentence. Like at this time I have 5 new LOIs, which means like 5 people on my team have hit 1,000 points in volume for the month and they sign their LOI. So you just pick something like one sentence that you want to work towards for the next 2 to 3 weeks and you write it 12 times for 2 to 3 weeks. And at the end of that 2 to 3 weeks, if you don't hit it, it's okay. It's okay. You just pick another affirmation and you just keep working through them. And then the last thing is we all read the book of the month together. Right now it's the Miracle Morning book. My belt in my office, in the living room. So you just read 5 to 10 pages, whatever you have time to read in the morning. And then like, you can just write down a few little thoughts during it. Like if you have, like you see a sentence in there you like I like to just write it down. Because then like when I finish a Miracle Morning book, like every few months, I like to go back and read those little thoughts I had from the books. A lot of times I'll write like quotes that inspired me. And it's like really cool to kind of look back at that. So that's Miracle Morning in a nutshell. I do recommend doing this. I know it seems weird, but I'm telling you, it's good stuff, especially if you get in the habit of doing it. So that is that. So once you do your Miracle Morning, you're now getting ready for work, you're getting ready for the day, you're doing whatever it is that you have to do. And I know, again, most people work full time. Like I get that. So that's why our journals are critical. These, where's the front? This is what it looks like. It's a cute little purplish, pinkish cover. We have another one. Where's the other thing? This is the customer log that we have. You can keep track of all your customers. And then we have the journal. So these two things here are like crucial. These are like the Bibles that you, your Nu Skin Bibles that you'll carry with you. And I love them because like they're not big, they're not bulky. You can just like throw them in your purse, your book bag, your purse, whatever you use for work and stuff, and go from there. So time blocking is critical for people, especially all the people who work full time, or anybody. Like it's critical for everybody, truthfully, because it's easy just to write on here like, okay, morning time, I wake up, I get dressed, 7 o'clock, I bring the kids to school. And then from 8 to 5, I'm at work all day. And then, 5 p.m. I pick the kids up from after school care. And then 6, we eat dinner. And then 7, we'll do some homework. And then 8 o'clock, I'll work on some shout outs. And then I go to bed. Like that sounds like a typical day for a lot of Nu Skin people that do this on the side as their side job. Like, you still have your normal life obligations that you have to do. But the way we teach this is that if you could sprinkle in just a few of our income producing activities, which are over here on the side, and let me pull it up on my computer and I'll share my screen to show you what I'm talking about. In case you don't have, did everybody print their stuff off tonight? Like a copy of this if you don't have it already? Let me pull it up. Hold on one second. Downloads. Journal pick. Here we go. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm blocking. Okay, share screen. Share screen. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, can y'all see this like picture I have up here? Okay, on the screen. Okay, so this is basically what it is. So you'd write the date up here, and this is what you do tonight. So tonight you would fill in this paper for your plan for tomorrow. So the first part of here, whatever time you wake up, but wake up. Morning miracle. So you just write that in there. And then whatever you do after that, like get ready, eat breakfast, whatever it is, you put it in there, you're going to do that. And it's very important. Like, I know it seems silly and it almost seems like amateurish, not amateurish, but like just very like elementary to like write down these most basic things, but it'll make sense as we go along throughout this. You want to write these little things down because then later on when you're like struggling, you're like, Cassie, I can't find time. Like by you writing these things down that you do, it helps me help you figure out where we could put things in with Nu Skin. So if you just like vaguely write stuff throughout it, like a big arrow saying work for 9 hours and sleep and stuff, like it's gonna be much harder for me to like understand where you have break times and stuff. So then you're going to put whatever you do for your work stuff. You put in your non-negotiable stuff first, like drive to work. If it takes you an hour to drive to work, put that on there, put driving to work. Because then I know if you're driving to work, I can tell you like, okay, you can't be on your phone during that time, but you can listen to a training during that time. You can do some personal development and listen to an OTG call during that time. So things like that, like you don't have to be watching the screen for that. You could put on one of the older, ones we had from the week before, a month ago or 2 years ago even, and just like listen to it while you're driving to work. Those are very helpful. I do that every single day, honestly, because I almost always miss the 9 a.m. OTG call. It's like a hard time in my morning to get focused and my brain's not quite working yet. By the way, I have full-on ADD, so I lose focus a lot. You'll notice that in chats with me. So I like to listen to the OTG call on repeat at 2 p.m. when I'm in the car rider line every day picking my son up. So then you're going to put where you work, wherever your work hours are, you're going to write that in. And, we all know where you would be able to sprinkle in time for Nu Skin if you're able to. There are some people like teachers. I know they have zero time. Most of them have zero time during the workday to do anything Nu Skin related. And that's okay. That's okay. I know some people have government jobs and they don't have Facebook on their computers or their phones, or it doesn't work or something. That's okay. If you can't, it's okay. But if like you have a lunch break and you have 5 minutes to spare every day, just 5 minutes of engaging on Facebook or 5 minutes, you can pick one of these income producing daily activities, which is, it's right here in the journal. And there's several of them you can choose from. Like if you could just plug in a few of these things every day, it will make a huge difference for your business. Like lifestyle posts. We know we try to post those every single day of the week. So post a lifestyle post. That's one thing, right? That's an income producing activity. Add 20 to 30 new friends. That's an income producing activity. You could do that while you're sitting on the toilet. I mean, if you're sitting in the bath at night, you could add some friends to Facebook. Like these are things that like, they shouldn't take you much thinking. It's just, you're just doing the action instead of just scrolling on Facebook. So now like you want to monetize your scroll. And that's what I always try to tell people, that prior to starting Nu Skin, Facebook was a tool for you just to like look at, and you're just like scrolling and stalking. Now, Facebook is money. Facebook equals money. And if you want to make money, you're not going to waste time on Facebook. Every second on Facebook is now going to be an income producing activity for you. I never just look at Facebook, like just like look around. I'm always like, oh, this girl's a potential. I would love to have her on my team. Or, oh, this lady might be an interesting customer. Oh, look at this person. She has lots of Facebook friends. Let me go send her a friend request. Oh, look at this. She went to some event and tagged 50 friends in this group picture. I'm going to go invite or add all of those 50 friends because I don't know a single one of them. So I'm constantly like in business mode on Facebook. I don't use Facebook as like a social outlet. I use it as a work tool for me at all times of the day. So yeah, so you're going to just sprinkle in some of these income producing activities. You would just write it in here. So like, you know, add 20 to 30 friends, you know, at your 10 a.m. break time or whatever you have. At lunch, you could go send a bunch of shout out requests, you know, spend 5 to 7 minutes. It doesn't take much time. You can crank out a bunch of messages in 5 minutes if you're doing it quickly because you know you're on a schedule. And then as you get it done, you just scratch it out, like you highlight through it so you know that action's done. And then you just go about your day, and then you get home, like, you know, you have your other income producing activities that you've listed throughout the day that you're able to fit in. And if there's a time where you can't get to it, it's okay. It's not the end of the world if you don't get it all done that day. Like it's okay. But I'm telling you, like by scheduling them into your day, you'll be able to see where you actually have time. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I just don't have time. You know, I work full time and I have 3 kids and they're all in sports. And, you know, my husband works long hours. And let me tell you, that's my life story. That's my life story. And when I started Nu Skin, I was working overnight hours with 3 kids and I had a second job in addition to. So I was actually had 3 jobs when I started. And like, it's all about the time you make it. We all have the exact same 24 hours in a day, you know, so you have to make the decision to decide, like, am I going to do an income producing activity for 5 minutes, or am I going to watch Netflix for an hour? You know, like I know it's silly, but like little things like like last year during the Super Bowl, I was with one of my Nu Skin friends and we played this silly game of every time there's a commercial break, like, yeah, you're watching the commercials and stuff, but like we would try to do something Nu Skin related. Like we would send like 10 shout out requests on the commercial break, like literally just like just go green dot 10 messages as fast as you can. But think about it, there's tons of commercial breaks in the Super Bowl. So that, like, I probably sent out 100 messages during the Super Bowl, you know, and I wasn't like glued to my phone the whole time. I was just going back and forth and then going back to like enjoying my activity, like, you know, watching the game and stuff with friends. So that side of the time blocking. Oh wait, let's see, there's a question. Where can we get those? iPad, I don't know what your name is, but thank you for asking a question. If you go to the general board, let me share my screen, I'll show you. Okay, I can show you, by the way, you can open up boards on your computer. So like if you're at a desk all day and like, you know, you are able to like sneak a few things in for work, you can go to just boards.com and open up your own personal board or the general board. So if you go to the general board and then go down to customer login journal and then click link to order set. You click this link right here. And we have a set that includes where is it? Is it this one right here? I think it is. Let me see. Okay, so we have a few starter kits for like this most basic one right here. I think it's $36. Let me see. Oh, for $37. It has the team journal, it has a customer log, it has a miracle morning book, it has a year of magic. So this right here, I don't know where mine is because just being honest, I don't use this one, but if you do like to use calendars, this is great. This is like a monthly calendar thing. So it has like months and stuff you could help with that. And then it has some brochures and stuff that you could write your name and number in and go from there. So all that is in the general board under the customer logs and journals section. Okay, are there any questions about this side of the journal, the time blocking stuff. Any questions at all about time blocking? I'm going to awkwardly wait for 30 seconds because I read in a book somewhere that if you wait for 30 seconds and no talking, somebody's going to feel awkward enough and ask a question. So we're just going to keep waiting until somebody asks a question. So awkward. Somebody ask a question. Nobody?
I think somebody said something in the chat.
Let's see. I don't know. iPad said, sorry, I thought I changed my name. That's okay, iPad. It's okay. iPad, who are you? You want to tell us your name in the chat, iPad? Okay. All right. So also in this thing, the journal. Oh man, where did my document go? Hold on. I'm blocking page. Let me show this one more thing. Also in the journal, in the bottom right section down here. So you know how like in the chats, I'm sending like Zoom links all the time and I'm sending links to fast track recordings and you're probably like, what is all this stuff that Katsy's sending me during the day? I don't know what this is. It all looks the same. It sounds the same. This is what that is. This in the bottom right section is our weekly schedule of all the content and trainings we provide you every single week. And y'all, when I tell you, like we have people that have come from other network marketing companies and I've never been with another one, so I have nothing to compare to. But I can't tell you how many people have come to us and started with Nu Skin and our team. And they're like, wow, I've never had this much training before. Mostly I just sign up and they just like leave me alone and throw me to the wolves. Like we have a crazy amount of training opportunities. Like if you're wanting to run with this business and like make some big money or even just make some small money, make just any kind of money that you're wanting. You want $100 a month or $10,000 a month. Like it is totally possible. Or if you want $100,000 a month, that is totally possible. There's no cap on how much money you can earn with Nu Skin, but you have to plug in. You have to plug in and start learning things because there's no way that I alone or Amanda or Ashley could teach you everything on our own. Like it's just impossible. There's so many things to learn and I know that. And I know it feels very overwhelming in the beginning. So all the trainings are down here. The only ones that we don't typically record, like save and fast track, are the power hours and the system Zooms. I think I can't see this like a bar on mine, but yeah, those are typically the ones we don't save, like tip of the day, the product demo, the Rising Star on Monday, the Wednesday training at 3:30, OTG Live, Monday through Friday. Those are all saved on Facebook. So you can always go back and watch the replay, like if you're at work and stuff like that. Okay, so that all makes sense. All right, we're going to move on now. Now we're going to move on to the most important page in this whole book, in my opinion. Well, they're both important. What the heck just happened? Hold on. Oh, wait, are you listening questions? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, hey, iPad, your name, you're Franchon. Is that how you say your name? I'm really bad at pronouncing names. I hope that's right. Hey, iPad Franchon. I'm glad to meet you on Zoom. All right. So the next side we're going to talk about now is the shout out side. This is where the money happens. Okay. This page needs to be your best friend. This page you need to get so comfortable with that you can like literally write it out in your sleep. Like if you can master this page, you will be unstoppable. You will have firming cream sales out the wazoo. Your team will be growing. You'll be excelling very fast, very, very fast. If you do this page every day. Now you don't have to get 10 shout outs a day. I know that's a lot. I don't get 10 every day either. I can tell you that now. But if you can get a few shout outs every day and can be consistent with our system, it will pay off hugely. So let me share my screen. I'm going to go through this. Okay, can y'all see this journal pick thing? Okay, so right here, day one, get the shout out. So our system cannot begin until you have a shout out. Now, the number one question I hear from people is, it's not a question, it's the number one statement is, nobody's saying yes to me to doing a shout out for me. I've sent out so many requests and nobody's saying yes. And I'm like, okay, well, like, I always tell people don't really count how many shout outs requests you're sending, because when you count it, you kind of get in your head. Because there are some days where, no joke, I've sent out 200, probably around 200 shout out requests, and I've gotten like 3 yeses. And there are some days where I've sent 30 and I've got 10 yeses. You just never know when somebody's going to say yes. You never know. It just depends on what kind of mood they're in and if they're available at the time. A lot of times people are at work or they're busy, or they have kids driving them crazy in the nighttime and they can't say yes in the moment, but they just forget. So I always tell people, don't count how many shout out requests you're sending, because it can kind of mess with you psychologically. And just keep asking more. Keep asking more. And then another thing I hear is, well, I don't have that many Facebook friends. Okay. Your number one income producing activity multiple times a day should be adding Facebook friends. I think Franchon was the one, correct me if I'm wrong, iPad Franchon. I think she's the one, maybe not. My sister's Lindsay, by the way, in the chats. She has a teammate. I can't remember what her name is. And she didn't have many Facebook friends. I want to say she had like 150. And
Yep, it's Franchon.
Okay, I thought so.
iPad.
She had like 150, 160-ish friends. Like,
no, she had like 115. And I told her, I was like, okay, you have to go add like a lot of friends if you want this to work.
We told her she had to be about like 500 by the weekend. Like,
and she's already at 215 now.
Like in 2 days. Literally in 2 days. So that's what I'm telling you. That right there is action. That is an actionable step.
I'm actually at 228 friends.
Oh, I love that. Like when Lindsay was telling me about, her, again, Lindsay's my sister. We live across the street from each other. So we're always together. I'm surprised she's not here right now, actually. When she told me about like Franchon, and she's like, I know her from school. I think you also get her from school or something. And she's like, she's awesome, but she needs to work on growing her friends. I was like, okay. I said, go tell her she needs to have 500 friends by the weekend. And she was like, okay. And I was like, let's see what happens. Because it's actionable steps like that you could tell like a newer person that'll kind of see like, are they actually going to do it? Are they going to go add friends? Because it's weird. It's a weird thing to go and like friend requesting people you don't really know. Like, it's kind of weird. I fully admit it. It's weird in the beginning. So, but that is probably like my number one tip for y'all right now in the beginning, is to go grow your friends list as fast as you possibly can. Be sending out friend requests nonstop. So let me show you. Okay, so I get distracted very easily. I'm sorry, but I want to show you this, talking about like how I add friends. I'm gonna pull up my Facebook. I'm gonna show you really quickly like how you can randomly add Facebook friends. And then we'll go back to the shout out part of this. Let's see, Facebook. Okay, can y'all see my Facebook screen? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go to my Facebook and I'm gonna go to my friends list. So I don't really need to add friends. I really need to delete friends because I've been adding way too many friends, and you get capped out at 5,000. So what I like to do is I'll come over to my friends list and I'm going to type in a random girl's name, like Sarah. Sarah is a very just basic white girl name. I know I have a lot of friends that are named Sarah, but it is what it is, And then, oh, look, this account's been turned off. I'm going to unfriend that person. She doesn't need to be taking up a spot on my friends list anymore. She's gone. So what I like to do is I will go choose a random person that, looks socially attractive. They don't have like, a Confederate flag as their profile picture. They're not sharing a bunch of political stuff all over Facebook. They're just a normal Facebook person, but they're not, they're sharing their lives as well. So whoever this lady is, Sarah D. Rhymes, I'm going to go look at her page. I don't even know her, but okay, perfect. She has 2,200 Facebook friends. Great. I have 94 friends in common with her. She lives in Ocean Springs, which is one city over next to me. So me personally, because I already have a lot of teammates where I live, I've been trying to grow teams elsewhere. Like I've been like really focusing on people that live in other cities and stuff, not right here in South Mississippi. So I'm going to go to her friends list and I'm going to go to all friends. And now what I'm going to do is typically the ones at the top are the ones you're like already mutually friends with. So I'm going to scroll down a bit, get out of our mutual friends areas. I'm almost out of it. There you go. So now it says add friends. Now I know that all the people there are already my Facebook friends and these ones are not. So I'm going to go down here and I'm just going to like quickly scroll around and look for people. Like if their profile picture catches my eye for a minute, like this girl, for example, I know that my target audience right now at my age and where I am like in my life is millennial moms. They are most relatable to me because I'm a millennial mom. I'm a mom of multiple young kids. So that's very relatable to me. So I typically am targeting people of my, that are like me background wise. That now would that say that I don't want some of my team who's older? No, I want all ages of people because I have people on my team who are in college, like Abby on my team. She's a brand up on my team. She's in college. And then I have women who are retired. And guess what? They all do great. There's no like perfect age for this business. You can literally do great at any age in this business or career. So I'm going to go to her Facebook, Jennifer McDonald Jones, and I'm going to send her a friend request. So she still lives where I live, but I can see that she's from New Orleans. So, okay, so she's probably got some friends that I'm not friends with. So she has 1,400 friends and only 3,800 are friends of mine. So now I'm gonna go to her friends list. And this can get like down like a little rabbit hole sometimes. You kind of like time yourself. And I'm gonna go just like start looking like, feel like, okay, this lady lives in Los Angeles. Perfect. Who is she? She's got 1,000 friends. All right, I'm gonna send her a friend request. Whatever. She lives in Los Angeles. I don't know anybody in Los Angeles. All right, let's see. Who is Amanda Hill? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Birmingham, Alabama. Great. So I'm just randomly clicking profiles who look semi-attractive to me, who have like a nice profile picture, you know, and I'm just adding friends. That's all I'm doing now is just adding them as friends. So you see how easy this is? Like I'm not overthinking it, but just in the last few minutes, I've added 4 or 5 friends already, you know, and this is late to do. You do this for 5-10 minutes a day. Like even if you do this for like 5 minutes twice a day, it will make a big difference with your friends list. And it will just like help you get out of your circle of friends. So that's how I work on adding friends that I don't know. So now I'm going to go back to the journal picture. Let's see, does somebody ask a question? I know that's Lindsay talking about iPod. That's on. Okay, so let me share the screen again. Going back to the shout out page. All right, day 1, get the shout out. How to get the shout outs. If you're like, what do I do? What scripts do I send? Who do I talk to? I've already asked like 20 people today and everybody said no, and it hurt my feelings and people aren't replying to me. Like this is normal. Okay. I'm telling you this now. This is so normal. Most people are not going to answer you. They're not going to reply to you. They're not going to tell you no. They're just not going to answer you because they don't want to say no and be rude. So they just think in their minds, if they don't say anything, it's a nicer way to say no. Me personally, I would rather someone just tell me, hey, I'm not interested. At least I know at that point, you know, but it is what it is. Don't take it personally because I've had people that are on my team now that never did shout outs for me when I asked them. They ignored me. And then, you know, I'd ask them again 2 months later. And every now and then somebody would say yes. And the next day I'd send them a flip message and now they're on my team, you know? So let me pull up one more screen at the same time as I'm doing this. Where is boards? Where did you go, boards? Did I close it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Open this up. Share screen. Do you respond to the people who say no? If so, what do you say? Yeah, if they say no, Logan, I'm just like, okay, no problem. Thank you so much for letting me know. Have a great day. If you have a Facebook group, and that's another topic we're going to talk about a little bit, you could say like, no worries at all. Feel free to join my group. Here's my link. Because a lot of people, they don't want to do a shout out for you, but they'll join your group. They might be interested in that firming cream or that whitening toothpaste, or that tanner, and they might join your group and they might sit in your group for a year before they ever say a word in there. And then I know where they'll be like, hey girl, I saw that post you just did about the tanner. Like, I really want some. Because people are always watching. They're always watching and waiting for that picture that you're going to post that's relatable to them, that looks like their skin, that looks like their cellulite, that looks like their turkey neck, that looks like their yellow teeth. And when they see a picture that relates to them, at that point, they're going to buy the product. So it's always thinking, remember that like, just because somebody says no right now, like no to a shout out, no to buying a product, no to joining a group, that does not mean no forever. It just means no for now. I hope that makes sense. Okay, share screen. All right. Also, I love sloths. Like, how cute is that little thing? So freaking cute. It's my screensaver. It makes me happy. Scarlett sent it to me. All right. So our journal page right here. So this is just like a printout of it. You know, the little PDF file we have goes hand in hand with our complete system steps. This is in the general board, is the top right thing of the complete system steps. So you click on that. If you ever get confused on what to do with the journal, always come right here to the complete system steps. It matches our journal legit word for word. Like, okay, day 1, get the shout out. Day 1, shout outs and info. So you click day 1. And now this is like, how am I going to get the shout outs? You click this. Here are a million different messages and stuff that you can send on how to get shout outs. Like, click on those. There's so many different messages and stuff. So there's, you know, goodie bag message. Now we have stuff like Easter engagement, like that was from last Easter, obviously, but there's tons and tons of ways. Then once they say yes, okay, they say yes. Now what do we do? Now you're going to send them the instructions to do the post, and you're going to send them the firming cream post. Okay, so you're going to, here's the script. Well, there's one of the scripts. We have a few different scripts. And then here's a picture you can use. Here's another picture you can use. We need to go and add that other picture, the newer one we've been using. I'll fix that tonight too. So you say, here's the instructions, send them that. Here's the script, send them that. Here's the picture, send them that. Okay. So now they've posted the shout out for you. You write their name over here next to number 1 after they post. You don't write their name down when they say yes, they're going to post. Their name only goes here once that post is on Facebook. So what I like to do is when somebody says yes, they'll post for me, but they haven't posted yet, I write their name down here. And I don't know if you can see like in the little picture up here, but like down here is where I keep a list of the names for people who have said yes, but they haven't actually posted. Then once they post, I scratch the name out there and then I put it in the top list. So again, it only comes up here once they put it on Facebook. So you write their name right here. You write Mary Sue. Mary Sue did a shout out. Over here, it says VIP link and thank you on post. So this is like, if you have a Facebook group, this is where you put like, thank you so much for sharing this. It works so great. Here's my group link. If you don't have a Facebook group, that's okay. You just write, thank you so much for sharing. I've sent y'all the script, so I know what I'm talking about. Thank you for sharing this post. It works so great. Please message me if you're interested in getting this. So you put that there. So once you do that, you put a check mark right there with your little pen. You put a check mark. Yes, you've done that step. Here, you're going to add a few more pictures, a few more result pictures, and then you're going to send it to the Boost chat. Now, the reason we did these pictures is because there are lots of people that when they see that shout out post from their friend who posted, that neck picture may not be super relatable to them. Like they may not be, having wrinkly necks and chests yet, but they may have cellulite on their butt. They may have loose skin on their stomach. They may have like flabby arms that they want to tighten up. So when we put those other pictures in the results, other result pictures in the comments, it gets them looking further the comments, and it also helps you boost your own post naturally. So, the key is to get 10 comments or 10 forms of comment on your post within 1 hour to help the Facebook algorithms the best. Having 10 does not mean the post is going to do great. Having 10 does not guarantee anything. It's just, we have found that it does help a little bit. But again, if you're getting 10 comments at midnight, it's not going to do much. You want to, it's just not, it is what it is. And let's say somebody posts during the middle of the day and you're at work and you didn't see it till 6 hours later. It's okay. It's okay. Don't ask them to delete it and repost it. Just go with it. Go ahead and put your comment in there, put your group link if you have it, put the comment pictures, and then send it to the Boost chat. Because the thing I always want to remind people is that if a shout out post is going to do good and it's going to get comments, it's going to do that and get the comments with or without you boosting it and without you putting pictures there. Because if that person has a natural following of their own, the post is going to do well on its own. So that's another little check mark you just put right there. This sold column is for like how many tubes you might have sold from their post. You can put a little check mark for each one that you sell. GB stands for goodie bag. So if you're sending them a goodie bag, like, if it says like, if I sell 1 tube from your post, I'll send you a goodie bag or a mask or something. You'd put a little check mark there if you're sending the goodie bag, like if they've accomplished that step. Okay. Are there any questions about day 1 yet? Any questions at all? I'm gonna wait 30 seconds. Okay, no question about day 1. All right. Oh, let's see. Michaela says, should we send every shout out to the Boost group? So, Michaela, this question, as you do this more, you'll be able to read your customer or your person as they're messaging you, and you'll know the kind of person they are. Now, there are some people that will do a shout out for me, and I can know off the bat that they're already skeptical and they're like, oh, I don't know. I don't really know. I got screwed by MLMs before. So for those kind of people, I personally don't send to the Boost group because I don't want to give them any more reason to think network marketing is a scam. Because some people will see the comments on a Boost or see the Boost comments and they're like, who are these people commenting on my post? I don't know any of these people. Like, this is why you made it public because you're a scam artist. But people are going to go off the deep end and don't take it personal. They're just mad at life. It's not you they're mad at. They're mad at themselves or something else. It's not you. But in general, yes, I always send things to the Boost chat. Always. And a big rule, I hope everybody is listening to me loud and clear. Please don't make me throw knife emojis at you in the chats. That's my favorite emoji, by the way, is the knife emoji. please, 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 if you send something to the boost chat, immediately boost the 5 links above yours. That is how that chat continues. That is how those chats are successful, is by immediately sending it. There's gonna come a time where you send it and you forget to boost. It happens. We understand. I have done that myself many times. I send it and my kid craps his pants, or the dog barking at the mailman or something. Something life happens and I'll forget to go back and boost. Just try not to make a routine of it, you know? Okay, Dorothy says, can you repeat the goodie bag info? Yes, so the goodie bag, let me share my screen again. Okay, so can you, I hope y'all can see it, okay. The goodie bag information, so like, if you're sending a shout out request and it says like, hey, will you do a simple copy paste post for me? If I get 1 sale from your post, I'll send you a goodie bag. Or I'll send you a sample of our new biome, or I'll send you a face mask, or I'll send you whatever it is you want to send them. So the reason we say the whole like 1 sale, like get 1 or 2 sales to send a goodie bag, is because I'm sorry, I have like chest pains too right now. Not like chest pain, but I'm getting a little dehydrated over here. If you are getting at least 1 sale from their product, from their post or shout out, and it's a firming cream, that's $15 to $20 profit. Okay, so you have to remember that if you get that 1 sale, you have to send them a little goodie bag, because you said they would. So it might cost you $2 to $3 to like get a little something and just send it to them. So that's coming out of the profit you made, but in return, you're getting a shout out post that you got sales from. You're getting new customers out of this. You're growing your friends list out of this. Like, you're getting more out of that shout out than it's costing you to send them a little goodie bag. So it's like, that's the whole reason of the goodie bag. You can also, you can also offer free shipping, like if they do a shout out. I used to do the whole free shipping thing, but then I realized that a lot of people, this is just me, again, this is just my opinion on it. Amanda and I do a lot of things very similar, but this is just my one opinion on this. I used to offer free shipping if they would do a shout out, and I found that more people would like, don't worry about it, because they'd already paid me. Like, they'd already paid, so like then I'd be refunding them, and they just like didn't want to deal at that point. So I always go for the goodie bag message. I feel like the goodie bag is the most successful for me, at least. So that's just an idea. Also, right down here, 12 ways to get a shout out. It says guide 4. We have tons and tons and tons of guides in Fast Track that like go over shout outs. Let me pull one up and I'll show you right now. So if you go to Fast Track to Success. Why isn't this moving? There it goes. Then you're going to go to guides. And you're going to scroll down to guide 4. Shout out tips. And there are tons and tons and tons of great training videos in here, like tons. These are the kind of things that you can play in the car while you're driving to work. They're usually like between 5 and 10 minutes. You don't have to spend a ton of time watching them, but I still watch these every now and then. Like when I'm feeling a little discouraged, like I'll go put one on while I'm listening. Like this right here is only 3.5 minutes. Like you can easily listen to that in the car, or just when you're laying in bed, or when you're ignoring your kids and you're playing on the phone on the couch. Like instead of watching Netflix, go spend 5 minutes and watching a training video. I'm telling you, your return on investment is going to be massive if you just take that free time, a few minutes of your day, and plug into our system and plug into trainings and stuff. That's where those live. So there's tons and tons of ways right here where you could get a shout out. A few other quick ways. Okay, this is going to be a question I poll the audience for. Let's see. Here, I'm gonna ask 2 questions. Question number 1, where do you find the people to message for green dot messages? Who knows the answer? Okay, where in Messenger, Dorothy? Where is it at? Where do you find the green dot people? Anybody know the answer? Anybody? Okay, so when you go to Messenger, I'm sure she knows what I'm talking about. So you go to Messenger, everybody open up your Messenger app real quick. I'm gonna walk through this, make sure everybody knows exactly where I'm talking about. Let me share my screen actually on here. That'll be easier for me to show this at the same time on my phone. Who am I on here? That's on Cassie. Are there 2 Cassies on here? Am I Cassie again? I am. Okay, here we go. Make host. Yes. Now I'm going to share my screen on my phone. Yep. Start broadcast. Okay, I'm pulling it up. Okay, can y'all all see my Messenger app right here? Okay, by the way, this is what my Messenger app looks like at all times of the day. So when you think that I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating. This is how many messages I get in an hour. Like literally, this is some right here, where it says Team Tessie Christie, that's from 5:36. So all of these messages have been since 5:36. So please don't think that I'm ever ignoring you. I'm just overwhelmed in Messenger at all times of the day. So to do the green dot, you're going to click on the word people in the bottom section. It says people on the bottom, and it says chat calls people. Click people. Then, so right here, it's going to have a few chats that I'm in at the top. Don't worry about that. It says Facebook updates. I don't even know what that is. Don't even look at that. You're looking for, it says active now, and I'll have a number next to it. So this is telling me that right now, of my friends list, there are more than 999 people on Facebook right now. And that's what these green dots next to their profile picture means. That means that these people are on Facebook at this moment. So these are perfect people to ask for shout outs because they are already on their phones. Now, the people typically at the top of this list are the people that you talk with mostly. Like I can look right here at the very top, and these are mostly my teammates. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm just going to scroll on down, scroll down. And now these people towards the bottom, these are people I typically don't engage with as much. So if I wanted to go send shout out requests right now, like it's a green dot. So we say like, I'm gonna go green dot, send shout out requests. I'm gonna click on Ashley Langford. I don't know who she is, but apparently she did a shout out for me before. She won a mask game. That's great. So I'm gonna say, hey, Ashley. Let me pull up. So I'm gonna pull up my own personal board because I have all my own messages and stuff saved in there, which I highly recommend you all doing. So I'm going to go find a message in here. And I love using this one that says, hey, I'm working on clearing some of my stock today. Would you mind putting up a quick post for me to direct people my way? Blah, 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 blah. Boom. I don't know who Ashley is. I do not know her at all. I don't remember the shout out post she did for me before. I don't remember anything about that, but I went and messaged her. So now I'm going to go to Naomi. Who's Naomi? Oh, look, Naomi ignored me already. She ignored me on December 18th. Is that going to stop me from sending her a message? Hell no. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to delete it. And I don't care. I don't care if I delete 5 messages before because she's still my Facebook friend. If she hasn't blocked me or unfriended me yet, so guess what? Hey, Naomi. Girl, you want to help me clear my stock? And now I'm going to go to Messenger. And I'm going to send her the message too. Boop. Goodbye, Naomi. I'm not overthinking any of this stuff. I am literally just messaging. Who's this lady? Okay, so this lady said no to posting for me. She apparently bought something a while back. I asked her, she said no. Guess what? I don't care. I'm going to ask her again because she may have said no because she was at work. She may have said no because she didn't like me. I don't care either way. I'm going to send another message. And this time though, I'm going to ask her if she's going to do if she'll do a guessing game post for me, because maybe she said no to doing a product post, but she might want to do a guessing game post because it's not about a product, you know? So, boop, send it. So now I've sent 3 shout out requests that fast without even thinking about it. You know, who is Denise Johnson? I don't know who she is. Well, look, she said back in March of last year that she would do a shout out post for me, but she apparently never did it. So guess what? I'm going to send her another message. Hey, Denise. Haven't talked to you in a year. That's okay. You clearly haven't talked to me either. Go to my own messages. Boop, send her the message. So you see how like I'm not thinking about this at all. I'm literally just messaging people. I'm not looking at their accounts. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm not overthinking any of this. Now, that is how you green dot message. So when I tell you one day in the future, hey, go green dot go send this shout out request to 50 people on green dot. That's what I'm meaning to do. Now let me make myself the host on my computer again real quick. Are there any questions about green dotting? Somebody better have a question. I'm gonna give you all 30 seconds to think of a question. By the way, I'm a little bossy if you don't know me. Okay. How do I make myself the host on my computer again? Well, y'all are all thinking of excellent questions. Make host. Make host. There we go. Yes. Okay. Laura says, I never thought about deleting the old ones. Yeah, Laura, I'm telling you, I have deleted so many shout out requests before. Like I've deleted some, like you can see the dates that you sent it. It doesn't show you the date you deleted it, but it shows you the date that you had originally sent it. So there's been times where I've deleted 3 and 4 messages that people never replied to me, and I don't get my feelings hurt. I don't care. I do not care if somebody doesn't talk to me about it. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm still going to send another shout out request. And there have been times where people have literally never answered messages for so long. And then out of nowhere, I send one and they're like, sure, I'll post for you. And I'm like, where the hell you been the last 8 months? Why didn't you post 8 months ago, or 5 months ago, or 3 months ago, or last month? That's like, you never know what people are doing in the time when you message them and why they may not have replied. They might be a little drunk when they say yes to you, but hey, it don't matter. They might just be happy on a Sunday. It doesn't matter. If they say yes, take it as a win. If they say no, move on. It's okay. The world keeps going. There's bajillions of people on Facebook to go from. And let's see what else y'all are saying. Kelly understands green dotting now. Yay! So anytime we say like, yay, a gap's filled, we call those gaps. So like, as you're going throughout this stuff, like our system and stuff, you're going to find gaps. I still find gaps. I found 2 massive gaps with my own training that I've been doing just yesterday and today. And I was like, oh my God, this is huge. How did I not know this? You know, so that's what we call like a gap. Like, okay, I got a gap filled. Let's see.
Here's a question, Cassie, that some people may want to ask, but maybe too scared to ask. What if they don't have a green dot when they go to green dot? How do you turn that on? Because I know if you turn like your active status, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
They might not know that.
I don't know how to do that. Why don't you?
Okay.
Simone?
So
I have no idea.
So if you want to turn off your active status, which I don't know why people would do that, but I did learn that. You go to your messenger and you click on your name. No, I lied. You click on the little wheel and you see where it says active status. That needs to be on. That's the only way you'll see your green dots on. When you turn it off and you go back to your messenger, you won't have, when you do people, see, it won't show. So if you have your messenger open and it says that, you need to make sure you turn it on to show that you're active, because then it'll show all the people that are active.
Thank you, Simone. See, that's a gap. I never knew that. Never knew that
It's probably
existed.
because you never turned it on.
I'm always on Facebook. It never goes away from me. Well, thank you, Simone. So if your green dots aren't showing up, that's why. Let's see. Dorothy said, would you send messages to men? You can. It ain't gonna hurt anything. Send it to them. I personally have been deleting a lot of men off my Facebook because they're not my target audience, and I want my Facebook to be filled with my target audience. I'm telling you, like, I have deleted so many friends from like college and high school and people that I no longer talk with, and my friends' ex-husbands and stuff. And I'm like, you're not buying Firmie cream from me. Goodbye. And I just delete them. Like, I had like a few of my husband's friends on there, but in general, I'm just wanting, I want 5,000 women on my Facebook friends list. That's what I want. I want 5,000 women who keep, that are actually on Facebook. But yes, you can definitely ask men to do shout outs too. Is there a time during the day when people have been more responsive, Michaela? I think that people are more responsive between the hours of 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. Because think about it. A lot of us are moms. A lot of us are full-time workers that work typical 9 to 5 kind of jobs. And when you're at work during the day, you're busy. You may not be able to be on your phone. You may not be paying attention, or maybe you can't post it during the day. There's a lot of people who can't post it all during the day. That's okay if that's you, especially like if you're telling Cassie, I can't do a lifestyle post during the day because I'm at work. That's okay. Amanda Little, she was a school counselor or something along those lines. She could not post during the day while she was at work. So you know what? She did her lifestyle post at like 6:30 every single morning. Literally, she'd be going to school and she'd post her lifestyle post at 6:30 in the morning. She'd be doing product posts sometimes at 6:30 in the morning before she clocked in for work, because like she had to make it work. And she was like, I'm not going to let this stop me from, doing that. So she'd post before she clocked on. So I have found, Michaela, that people respond to me better in the evenings when I ask for shout out messages. If I send them throughout the day, it's definitely slower to get yeses. Which kind of sucks for me because I do this full time. So like, I want to get all my work done during the day and then be free in the evenings, so I help teammates and stuff. But then there's some days where, I'm like right now, like I'm sitting at 3 shout outs and I like to go to bed at least with 5 every night. So like after this, like I'm going to go green dot for like 10 minutes and try to get 5 more minutes, or at least get 2 more shout outs before I go to bed. Let's see. Kelly says 2 of my shout outs messaged me today. They love their goodie bags they got in the mail. That's awesome. You got everything from the dollar store minus the collagen sample. Good. That's great. How much to ship? So we do all of our shipping on pirateship.com. If you go to Fast Track and type in the word pirate ship, there is a training in there that shows you how to use it. It's very, very user friendly. Please, 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 please do not go to the post office and try to ship your packages through the people at the counter. Do not do it. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Like literally, they'll probably take your kidney as well. Like, do not do that. You can print all of your stuff at home from Pirate Ship. It shouldn't cost you more than $3 or $4 to ship like one product, $3 to $4 max. And then when you package it all up, you just put it in your mailbox. Just put it in your mailbox. You don't have to go to the post office. Just put it in your mailbox. Put the flag on. That's it. Super easy. I know that shipping can be like really overwhelming for some people when they're first getting started because they think like, oh, I don't like the post office. I hate going to the post office. Like I'm terrified of those people. They're not really nice. I don't like going there unless I absolutely have to. Okay. Is there a fast way to delete friends? Scarlett? No, there's not, Scarlett. Unfortunately, trust me, if there was, I would have already figured it out.
I have one tip on that. Can I share?
Yeah.
Just one tip that I do because I live in a small town and I have a team here. One way that I'll delete friends quick is I'll go to like, say my biggest executive here that lives in the same town, and I'll click our mutual friends and I'll just delete people like crazy. And I've done the same way with Blakely because we have a lot of connections within the church. And once I noticed that she had recruited a few people that I was, watching and engaging with, I just went to her mutual friends and I started deleting everybody, that I wasn't friends with. So that's one way you can do it quickly.
Yeah.
I also delete them while I do happy birthday messages. When I go to message them, if I see that they have ignored me, I won't tell them happy birthday. I'll just delete them. No happy birthday, not this year. Bye.
I love it. I love it. Now, if you do start getting too close to 5,000 friends and you're looking to like quickly delete friends, go to that search feature I showed you earlier in your friends list, and I type in a basic name: Sarah, Amy, Amanda, Stacy, Barbara, Karen, Laura, Lauren, Stacy. I pick a very basic name that I know I'm gonna have a lot of friends of that name, and I just quickly look at the names. I'm like, okay, who, first of all, is it an active profile now? Who do I have no idea who they are? Like, who's ignoring my messages? Like, just go from there. And that's kind of how I do it. Logan said, how long do you wait before messaging someone who said yes but never posted? The next day. So that's part of day 2, which we're about to get into right now, Logan. Kelly says she loves Pirate Ship. Yay, thanks, Amanda. Good idea. Great. Perfect. Okay, so we got through the day 1 stuff. Now comes the part where, again, this journal is key. Okay, so I want everyone to get their journal out. Get your picture out, get your journal. We're going to go through these steps together. And I want everyone to be paying a really close attention. Myra, do you have a question? Sorry, I just saw your hand was up.
Yeah, sorry. I had to mute my class. Is it okay for me to do like one shout out and then like skip a couple of days and do another shout out, or like what's a good goal for me to get for shout outs?
For new people, I would suggest to pick a number. Okay, so your shout out goal number is 3 a day. I think 3 is realistic for new people. I think 3 is an excellent starting point for new people to get going with. If you shoot for 3 a day, that is a very good consistent number to keep you going. Consistency is everything with this business. So like if you decide to take 5 days off of doing shout outs, let me tell you, it's going to be really hard to get back going into them. The longer you get away from doing shout outs and doing our system, the harder it is to get back on track, because you're going to send a lot more messages to catch up. And I'll explain that as we get going into this. So, all right, let me share my screen again. And we're going to go on to day 2. And again, I know this is getting late, but I knew this would be a long call. So like if you have to hop off, or if you're falling asleep, you got to wake up early for work, like go ahead. Like I'm recording this and I'll send it out tomorrow morning in the chat so you can catch up that if you need to. Like you're not hurt my feelings if you have to hop off. So, all right, day 2. Day 2 over here. This little column right here. Number 1 step on day 2, offer the opportunity. Every single one of y'all will offer this opportunity, and that's why you're on this call. Do not be selfish and hold this opportunity in for yourself because you're overthinking it, okay? If Blakely, okay, let me tell you, Blakely, she offered me the opportunity like 9 times within 3 years, and I never once answered her message. I left her on red every single time she asked me. I bought toothpaste from her for 3 years. before I finally said, hey, tell me about this business you're doing. And if you would have looked at my Facebook profile 2 years ago, you would have never known that my house was going in foreclosure. You would have never known. My sister, my own sister, didn't even know. My family had no idea. You would have never known that we would keep my car hidden in my garage so it couldn't be repoed. Like, you would never know that we were in massive amounts of debt by just looking at my Facebook. You would think that we were a very happy middle-class family with 3 kids, living the good life. You'd never know that we would never went on vacation because we couldn't afford it because we had maxed out credit cards. So don't judge people by just what they look like on Facebook. Because think about it, we always put our best life on Facebook. Nobody talks about the crap on Facebook that you're dealing with. Nobody talks about the abusive husbands or the unsupportive spouses or the kids with medical conditions or credit card bills or getting laid off or grocery bills just being freaking expensive. I mean, eggs, I mean, don't get me started on the eggs have been the last few weeks. That is crazy, you know, I mean, it's crazy. So always, always, always send the flip message. So I'm gonna pull up again the screen, share the screen. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So you're in the general board, complete system steps, top right corner, day 2, flips and follow up, which is right here, day 2. So first step, this is what you should do every single morning. If you only get one part of your system done every single morning before you have to go to work and you have to finish the rest at lunchtime, that's okay. All I want you to do is send this one message to the people who did the shout out the previous day. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip back a page. You're gonna look at the shout outs you had from yesterday, whatever those names are right here. You're gonna come over here to the opportunity folder and boards, and you're gonna click flip message. It's right here. This is probably the exact same message that you got before you said yes. If you came from a shout out in this chat, you would change this person right here. It says, hey, name. You would literally copy this and watch. I'm going to show you. I purposely didn't do my system today because I wanted to like walk y'all through and show you how to do this. So I'm going to go to my saved shout out folder. And again, I know this looks a little different because I'm on a computer, but I'm going to go to my saved folders. Pull my page from yesterday because I don't even know who did shout out yesterday. And then, let's see, Paula Seymour. Now, I could easily go to Paula's profile right here or her shout out she did for me. That's not right here, gap. Whenever you go and look at a shout out, a lot of times Facebook has it set to most relevant. If you don't click this to all comments, you're going to miss comments because Facebook doesn't show you all of them. So again, I didn't go back and apply any of these yet because I wanted to show y'all what I was doing. So, but first, before I do anything else on this post, before I even think about judging her, because I don't have a single comment from her friends on here, I'm going to go to Paula's message and I'm going to send her the flip. I'm going to say, hey, Paula, copy, paste, send. You see that? I didn't think about it. I didn't go look at Paula's profile and think, oh, she's retired and has an RV that her and her husband go across the country with. And she babysits her grandkids for free every day. And I mean, she works out. I see her on Facebook. She does like all these like marathons and stuff. Like, I did not think 1 second about what I did, because if I overthink something or even think about it too long, I'm going to get in my head and then I'm not going to send that message. And the reason I tell you all this is because I personally did not send flip messages for the first year I was in this business. Simone's shaking her head because she just started a few months ago. Trust me, we've both been doing this for 2 years now. And we both have been very bad at that part because we've gotten our heads about it. And I'm telling you, it's going to be very hard to grow your business if you're not sending a flip message, because there are people who over the next year or next months, they're going to be watching you and they're going to be like, what is Kelly doing? What is this Facebook stuff that she's putting on Facebook? But what is this firming cream? Why is she posting these engagement posts? Like, they're watching you. They're watching you and they're waiting to see like what you're doing. And they want to see that you're not going to quit, because we all know there are tons and tons of people who will join a network marketing company. They try to sell you something and then 3 months later they've joined another one and they quit, or they quit and you've now bought a product and you can't even get a refund from that person because they already quit. So they want to make sure that you're going to keep doing this. So don't overthink it. Send the message. She's probably not going to reply. It's okay. And if she does reply, she's probably going to say, no, thank you. I'm really busy right now and I don't have time to do anything else. And ooh, network marketing's not for me. Or, you know, I work 50 hours at the hospital, or I have 72 kids. You're going to hear every single excuse in the world of why they can't do it. That's okay. Their answer just means no for right now, not no forever. Okay. So where did that little journal go? Okay, so now I've sent Paula the flip message. I'm gonna get my little marker and I'm gonna write that in my journal. Boop, I've sent her the flip message. Now again, next thing, I'm gonna go to Amy Christie. She did a guessing game post for me. Let's just quickly look at her profile. Look at this. And again, it doesn't matter. She didn't get many comments on here. That's okay. Is that gonna stop me? No, it's not. I'm gonna go to my boards. I'm going to go to, where's the flip message for the guessing game? I think it's this one. So if you do a guessing game one, wait, no, that's not it. Okay, I'll have to add in the one I have in there. I'll add it in there. Let me see, where's the one I use? Game flip message. There it is. Boop. Okay, I'll add that in general board. So I'm gonna go to her message. I'm gonna say, OMG girl, your post got lots of comments. Have you ever thought about what I do? It's as easy as the post you did for me. You get to start for free. You must have lots of influence. Your friends are playing the games, blah, 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 blah. Send. The end. That's it. I am not overthinking this at all. So now you can do that within less than a minute. If you're doing like 3 to 5 shout outs a day, that will take you less than a minute to send those 5 opportunity messages. And think of it this way. You have the opportunity to save someone's, like, to completely change their life, to possibly save them from financial ruin, to make them have a little extra money, to help them pay for a car note, to help them pay for gas bills, grocery bills, all these little things like that. Like, you never know people need money for. So don't be selfish and hold this opportunity in for yourself. So, okay, day 2, offer the opportunity. The next thing says re-comment on post. So like, I'm gonna go to Amy's post now. And what I like to do is I like to go like reply to a few things, like just send some things like that, like Paula's message here. Like, so let's see what these people, a lot of these are boost comments down here. What I also like to do on my personal board is I have a post replies folder. So I have a ton of post replies here that I just copy paste. And I know that like they're all written for Firming Cream. So I can go to her post here. And Casey said I use it on my deck every day, 11 it. I love using it there too. So I'm going to grab it from my board. Boop, I'm going to put it in there. And obviously it's a lot faster when you're doing it from your phone. I know, right? Lindsay right here, she's my sister that she was helping. And she said, you know, how much is this? Boop, I'm going to send her my little thing. You can either tell them right here, you can say, messaging you info. So yeah, you're messaging you info, whatever. Send that there. Boop, needs my legs. Gotcha, girl. Messaging you now. I cannot type. And so I'm just gonna go back and reply to all these people. Okay. So you're gonna reply to those people. And then let me go back to, where's that thing at? Over here. It says second day follow up and didn't see message comment. Okay. So where am I at? Where'd that thing go? So let's say, okay, so none of these people are Paula's friends. These are all boost comments. That's okay. I still sent her the flip message because just because she got no comments on this post doesn't mean that if she were to do this post as a distributor, she'd probably get comments herself. So like, let's just pretend that Aubrey was a real person and not a boost commenter. I would tell her messaging you info. And then I would come over here and I would be like, hey, Aubrey, I saw your comment on Paula's post. Here is some more info. Oops, I can't type. And then enter. And then I would come over here to my own, I have my own Firming Cream board. There's my message I like to send. Oh shit, I just closed that browser. That's okay. And then I'm going to send her my message. There's my info message. And if you have a Facebook group, you want to make sure that you always include your Facebook group link at the bottom of every single message you ever send out to a new person. I always say, you know, would you like to order this? And check out my group for more specials. And here's my group link. So now they can just click it and like request to join it, you know? So Aubrey, she's not on here, but she's on my team. She's probably like, Cassie, why are you sending me all this stuff? So that's what that is by like messaging the people, re-commenting on the post. Now, if you already messaged the people on the first day, that's fine. Like you should be messaging them as you see them coming in on the first day. So the second day follow-ups, let's just pretend that this is the second day and I had already messaged Aubrey that information yesterday. And let's say she didn't reply yet. Like she saw it, but she hadn't replied to me. So now I'm going to go to boards. Where's the general board? General board, complete system steps, day 2, second day follow-up message right here. It says, hey there, I hope you're doing well. Also, I'm not sure if you saw my last message or not, but I did set aside a firming cream for you as you were interested from the post. I'm packaging up products today. Would you still like it or should I pass it on my wait list? If you're not actually packaging up products or you don't have any firming cream on hand, that's okay. You could just change this and take that sentence out. Take it out if you want. And then you just send that same message. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna come here to Aubrey. Aubrey, ignore this. I'm in a training. And then I'm gonna send that message. Look at her being dumb. She's saying she wants the bundle. So I'm gonna send this message. So now let's pretend Aubrey says, pass it on. Who can tell me what to send her, Aubrey, at this point if she were to say, pass it on? Or if she said like, I'm gonna wait until I get paid on Friday, or, oh, I need to talk to my husband. Who can tell me what we do at this step? Lindsay, you're not supposed to answer. You've been doing this. Anybody else? Can anybody else besides Lindsay answer? Go for no. Yes, Michaela, same thing. Ask for a shout out, go for no. I personally love when people tell me I need to wait for payday or something like that, because I'm like, yes, I'm gonna get a shout out of them. Here it comes. Because sometimes I would rather get the shout out than the sale, because I know I can network further and get more out of that shout out than I can just one sale that ends with no shout out. So yay, so this person, Aubrey's gonna say, pass it on. Lindsay says, pass it on, whatever. So now you're gonna go to go for no, right here. Go for no objection handling. You're gonna come here, you're gonna click on here, you're gonna copy it, and you're gonna say, you know, you can get it for free by just putting up a simple copy paste post, and if it generates 3 sales, I'll send it to you for free. Want to give it a shot? Most people will be like, sure, because 9 times out of 10, when somebody tells you to pass it on, or they're not replying to your message and they've seen it, they're not replying because of hold on, because of money, but they're embarrassed. They don't want to say that. So that's why this message is gold, because one, the chances of you getting 3 sales from their one post are pretty slim, but it has happened before. I had a new girl, I can't remember if Friday email on this call. I can't remember, somebody that I've been training the last few weeks. She had somebody do a go for no, and they got 3 sales like within a few hours. And I was like, damn, really? I was like, I don't think I've ever had that happen. But now that's like, now you're gonna give this person a free tube out of your own profit, because now you've now made like $60 profit from those 3 sales. So yes, you're gonna send this one person a free tube because you told her you would. But the better thing is, like, you're gonna try to flip her. Like, you want to turn this girl on your team. So okay, so that's what that is. The second day follow-up message, and didn't see my message. So now let's pretend that Aubrey never saw this message I sent her. Like you could see in the little bubble down here that, like, you know, it said she never read it. And that's probably because it's sitting in her message request folder. So that's when you would come over here, go back to day 2. And by the way, I know this is the most frustrating thing with doing shoutouts. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is. I run into this issue every single day of my new skin career doing shout outs. You are going to run into this issue every single day doing shout outs. You're going to have some shout out posts that get 20, 30 comments of people interested, and not a damn one will know how to open up their message request folder. And you'll be like, just find the folder and give me your money. And it's so frustrating. Trust me, I know. So what you're going to do, if Aubrey hadn't seen my message, you're going to come right here. You're going to copy this. You're going to go back to her comment. Now, again, this is on day 2. So we're going to pretend that that messaging you info was on day 1. And then, so now this is day 2. And it said, hey, if you didn't see my message, it went to the hidden message folder. Just message me and it should pop up for you. Also, here's my group. Insert your group link here. Okay. So that's the didn't see my message follow-up, that you're going to put it on the actual post again. Now, here's a weird thing about this with the whole, like, if they message you now, I don't know why Facebook does this, but if you message this person that you weren't friends with, and then they come and message you later, and they're like, hey, you told me to message you. And you're like, great, read the message above. I just sent you with all the information. And they're like, tell me about the firming cream. And you're like, hello, dummy, scroll up. It's right there. I don't know why, but Facebook does not always show that information to the people. Like, I don't know why. So sometimes they'll message you and they'll be like, can you tell me about the firming cream? How much is it? Where can I get it? I'm like, it's right there. Just scroll up. Just send it again. Don't try to tell them like, hey, let's scroll up. Like, just send the message again. I don't know why. Facebook sometimes just doesn't show it to them. So send it again. So, any questions on day 2 yet? Amanda, let me know if I'm missing anything, by the way, please. Any questions on day 2? Is it too late to do this for old shout outs? It is never too late, Michaela. I have literally gone back to shout outs that I forgot about 3 and 4 months later and sent the flip message and went back and replied to the comments. I don't. So one of our like favorite quotes to say is don't think, just do. Christiana Burton always says that. She's the team lead on Aaron's team. She says, don't think, just do. Because if you overthink something, you're not going to do it in the end, probably. But if you just like, don't think about it and just like, I'm gonna go send it. Doesn't matter. It might have been 6 weeks ago, might have been 6 months ago. Because I have found from like green dotting people before, like when I'm just green dotting asking for shout outs, I have found people that I forgot to send flip messages to. And I'm like, dang it, that was 6 months ago. You know what I do? Instead of asking them for another shout out, I just send the flip message right then. I don't even care. I just do it. Go with it. So hope that answered your question. No, it's not too late. Never too late. All right, day 2. Offer the opportunity. Where's that thing? Offer the opportunity, re-comment on post, second day follow-up message. So the second day follow-up message, it's for people like wanting to buy products and stuff like there, go from there. Day 3. This is the last day of our system. I'm sorry, I'm like choking on air. So now we're gonna go back to the general board. You're gonna go to day 3, discount and follow-up. Now, I always like to start my system when I'm doing my system every morning with my messages to the person who posted the shout out. So like I sent my flip messages first. So on day 3, I'm gonna send my discount messages first. Now this discount message, read through it before you just quickly send it, because I know a lot of y'all are new, so you're not gonna have all these products in stock. And a lot of these prices right here are listed at like what we get them at in bulk. So you wanna make sure that like, before you send this message, like adjust these prices to what you're able to do it for. You don't even have to offer it at your full discount. You could just take off $5, you know? And if you're new and stuff, this is a good way to do this option is like by sending the offer links. Like if someone says like, okay, like I'll take a toothpaste. And you're like, okay, great. Here's a link to go buy it. You know, like if you don't have it on hand or something, like, or you can go ahead and collect their money and you could ship it straight from Nu Skin to them and stuff as well. But a lot of people, if you send this message, they're going to be interested. They're like, okay, sure, I'll take a firming cream or I'll take a new vitamin sample or, you know, things like that. Like they may not want to pay full price for something, but when they, you know, see they can get a discount, a lot of people take up that discount message offer. So don't skip this step. I'm probably the worst at sending this message because I'm always so focused on growing my team and sending the flip message that like, if they say no, or like forget about me or, you know, don't answer me, a lot of times, like I'll just forget to send the discount message until like days later that I'm like, crap, I forgot to send that message. So definitely look over that and send that message is important. Okay, so day 3, where am I at? Day 3, discount message right here. Then there's the, what did I just do? That's not where I'm going. There it is. Then day 3 follow-up message. You're gonna go right here, day 3 follow-up message. This is like your final attempt to get something out of the person who commented on the post that said they were initially interested. Like, you know, like one of these comments or feel like I'm pretending it's Aubrey, you know, if I sent her the initial message at first and she ignored it. And if I sent her the go for no or the, you know, hey there, I'm following up. Did you want the thing? Pass it on. And she still didn't answer. I'm like, all right, fine. So now this is my last attempt that I'm going to talk to Aubrey before I just forget it, that she existed and that she ever was interested in this product. I'm going to send her this message. And this is basically just another form of go for no. This is just another form of, because you got to pretend like at this point right here, like pretend I didn't send this one. Like it would just be right here. Like so this would be the message you sent her last. I'm packaging products. Would you still like it or pass on my wait list? Let's just pretend she didn't say anything. So now day 3, you're going to send this message. And that's your last chance. This is your one last chance to get her. It's a go for no. If she says yes, then great. You start this whole process over again with her doing the shout out. And you go from there. And then on the actual post now, on the actual shout out. So you've already recommented on the post on day 2, you know, maybe you can add, like if you already went back and commented to all the extra people, like on day 2, you can go and put like an extra results picture or something. And then on day 3, you're going to do your last step for this post. You're going to do your last call message. You're going to come over here, you're going to click this one. Last call for orders. I have an order coming in tomorrow. It does not matter if you don't have an order coming in tomorrow. Let me repeat that. It does not matter if you don't have an order coming in tomorrow. Don't think, just do, just post it on there. because it's the urgency of that message that gets people to message you. You're gonna come down here, you're gonna click it, and you're gonna click paste or copy it. So mine doesn't, I'm gonna send mine because mine has the group link in it, but it's the same exact message, like literally the same message. I just have my own group link. The end. Now, if there's still people up here that have messaged or they said they're interested, they haven't seen my messages, I've already done the day 2 comment of go check your other request folder. One last little step you could do, that's not in the journal, is like when you're doing this last call thing, I could be like, Aubrey, I'm gonna go tag Aubrey, I'm gonna tag that person. Please send me a Facebook message ASAP. Boom. So now she's gonna get tagged there. And then sometimes I'll come back to this person again and say, please send me a Facebook message ASAP. So now she's going to get 2 more notifications, hopefully, that I've replied to her message. And that's all I could do at that point with Aubrey. I mean, if she never sees my message, like I can't do anything else about her. Like it sucks sometimes. I know it is. So they don't answer. And then the last thing on day 3 that has over here is message the likes and discounts. Now, this is a really good step, but it's one that can get you in Facebook Messenger jail very quickly. So be careful with this step because, you know, in our message, I think it says like, you know, tag some friends if you can. Sometimes you'll have people who tag 5 friends. Sometimes you'll have people who tag 99 friends on Facebook. I love those posts. When people tag 99 friends, it's like my favorite thing because guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go send a friend request to all 99 people. That's 99 people you don't know. And this person thinks that they would be interested in your product. So I'm going to send all those people a friend request. And then I'm going to go to the likes and I'm going to see who of Paula's friends liked this post. Well, it's, I recognize a bunch of these names because they're new skin people. It's like, I'm not going to send them friend requests because obviously they're new skin people. But like Dale, I don't think, well, he's a guy. I think he's a guy. Yeah, but I'm not going to send him when he's a guy. And I don't want guys on my Facebook. But if he was a girl that was Dorothy Hansen, I would have sent Dorothy a friend request and a message. So you want to message the likes and tags. So let's pretend that Paula had tagged Aubrey up in here or tagged somebody different up here. So for now, we're going to pretend that Casey's on my team. We'll message Casey, pretend Casey was tagged in this post. So I'm going to go to Casey and I'm going to say, hey, Casey, I saw Paula tagged, oops, I can't type, you in her post about the firming cream. Here is some more info if you're interested, smiley face. And then I'm gonna put my firming cream message. Boop, boop, the end. So you would do that for every person that's tagged. Now, if there's people on the post who had liked it, again, you're gonna come over here. I'm gonna message Lindsay, even though she's my sister. And, oops, hold on. Hold on one second. I'm gonna message Stephanie. Hold on. So you're gonna message that. And then I'm gonna say, hey, Stephanie, I saw you liked Paula's post about our firming cream. Here's some more info if you're interested. Smiley face. Boop, there's my message. So now I'm friend requesting all the people who had commented or that were tagged. I'm friend requesting everybody who was like the post, and I'm messaging all of those people because those are all potential customers. Think about it, a lot of people who will like a Facebook post, they like it because they are interested, but they're too embarrassed to say anything. Because a lot of women are very, very, very self-conscious about their neck and chest, like starting to get wrinkly. It sucks. Trust me, I'm 30, what am I, 35, 36? One of those ages. And my neck and chest are just kind of starting to get like a little looser. And I'm like, ooh, like I keep my firming cream right here on my desk. And no lie, like I sit here in the daytime and I'm like, firming cream, work your magic. And I'm always rubbing this on. It says you can use it twice a day. I use it more than twice a day. I probably use it like 3 times a day on my neck. Oh Lord, there's 7 questions in the chat. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I start talking and I forget to check things. Okay, let's see. Hey, can you show us how to save a shout out? Some new people may not know this can be done. Yes, I will show you that in just 1 second. Definitely been overthinking all of this and felt I needed to respond to each comment as quickly as possible. So when you have a shout out post, Kelly James, it is better if you reply quicker. just to kind of keeps that post hot with like Facebook algorithms and stuff. So if you can reply faster, like do it. I saw these comments last night and I knew that we were going to have this training today. So I purposely didn't reply to these comments yesterday. Like I knew that I'd be using this post as an example for today. So that's why I personally didn't. And I didn't send the messages last night and stuff because I wanted to use it as an example for today. And yes, we made a Vimeo video as well. I can send Amanda and I can send this in our chat that shows how to save a shout out request. Lindsay, can you go send that in our active team chat, please, real quick, actually? And Amanda will send it in hers as well. It's just a video, like I took a screen recording showing how to save your stuff. So basically, like if you go look at my Facebook page right now, let me pull it up. If you go look at my Facebook page, you're not going to see a ton of shout outs. You're going to see just my posts and a few posts that I've allowed on my wall. Like yesterday, Meyer tagged me in her post about her new teammates, and I put that on my wall. But everything else is my own posts. Like you will never see anything else on my page unless it's something that I choose to let on my page. And all of my shout outs are all going to be saved in my shout out folder. Because let's say, where did they go? I thought I clicked saved. So here's all my shout outs from February 1st through 10th. If I had all of these showing on my personal page, this would look so spammy. And that would be the quickest way for somebody to run away from my profile. Be like, ew, she is so network marketing. I want nothing to do with her. So we hide these from our profile so nobody sees the work that we're doing. And so how to do this is you would come over to a post. We'll just pretend this. Oh, I need to remove her. I forgot about she's crazy. I forgot she's crazy. So we're not going to save her post. We're just going to pretend that post. Don't look at that lady. She's a bit crazy. So let's pretend this was a shout out right here that somebody just posted for me. You're going to come right here to the 3 dots and you click save post. Okay. And now you would come out here to new collection. And I do shout outs every single day of the week. So I have my shout out folder saved in 10-day increments. If you're newer, you could probably just do one for the whole month or even half days. You could do like February 1st through 15th or February 1st through 10th, whatever you want. So you'd make that folder, you click create, and then you'd save that shout out to that folder. Make sure that when you're doing the creation, you have it selected to only me. And that'll be a button that pops up after you create the name of it. So you save it there. And then whenever you're trying to find this saved folder, it's kind of hard to explain when I'm not on my phone, on my computer. We'll send the video in the chat so y'all can see how to find that saved folder. Let's see. Okay, any other questions about that? Not yet. Okay. Where did the journal picture go? Here we go. All right. Amanda, am I missing anything so far? Amanda Little, are you still on here? Yes, she is. I see her name. She might be down with kids right now. Okay, so who has questions? This is your question time. Please ask me all the questions you can. If you want to unmute and just ask, go for it. If you want to type in the chat, go for it. This is your question time. Because I swear to God, if we get off this Zoom and somebody messages me a question immediately and they didn't want to say it in this chat, I'm gonna throw a knife emoji at you. I'm just joking. I won't. I might, but I won't mean it. I won't really want to stab you.
Did you already go over the message the likes?
Yes, I just did that.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Okay, Michaela says, what do we do if they say yes to the opportunity post? Okay, so, I don't know if that's in boards. Let me check. Let me look real quick. I'm looking, hold on 1 second. Okay, I don't think it's in here, but I will add it in here. So basically, if they say yes, you're gonna say, great. I'm gonna send you my sign up link. You're gonna sign up, and when you're done, let me know. And I'm gonna put you in a chat with my upline Cassie. I have a script, like it's all written out. She's been in the business 2 years, and she's gonna help me train you. And then Michaela, you would put me in the chat after the person signs up, and you put in the chat with the new person, you, Autumn, and me. So if there's like a person in between you and me, like you signed up under Autumn, put Autumn in the chat as well, because she'll help me like kind of keep track of it all as well. And then like I'll take over the training from that chat from that point on. What else do I got? So one thing that I learned yesterday, can you show us one more time where the last call is that you message and a shout out is located on boards? Yes, I will. Share my screen. Okay, so you're gonna go to general board. You're gonna go to complete system steps. The last call message is on, I think it's on day 3. Yep. So you're gonna go to day 3, discount and follow. But again, it's right here. If you go to the tab that says day 3, last call right there. So you go to day 3, last call message. It's right there. So you just copy it and paste it to the post. Put in the comment section of the post. So one thing that I learned yesterday, and this was a huge gap for me, and I don't know if Amanda's talked to her active team chat about this, but I know that I've told y'all before in mine, that y'all are the first group of people that we've been learning how to, what we call drive lines with y'all. So it's like me doing a lot of the training and like the person in between is also helping. But this is like the first group that we've ever done this with for our team. So like it's a learning experience for me as well. Instead of, I'm sure y'all have questions, but like I've been learning along the process as well. So like if there's been times where like I kind of change things along the way, like it's because like I'm still learning. So for an example, like yesterday, I learned from Erin that I have not been putting as much focus on the journal as I should be. But that's because I was never taught this way. Like, so the way I had learned was you do your first, you do the post, you make a Facebook group, and then you focus on the group. Well, that's changed because Facebook groups have changed dramatically in the last 2 years. Like when we first started 2 years ago, Facebook groups were like amazing. Like we had so much engagement in them. We were selling things left and right just from our groups. But now, like, to be honest, Facebook groups suck. Like they really suck. Like nobody's getting notifications anymore about them. So that's why we're going to be switching our focus from Facebook groups. Again, this is my fault because I didn't know that I was doing this incorrectly. We're going to kind of be switching our focus away from Facebook groups so much to focusing strictly like on this journal. So like, I'm gonna be telling y'all multiple times like in our active team chat, like, okay guys, like send me a picture of your journal. I want to see your time blocking. Like if you ask me a question, like, you know, randomly like in our little private message and you're like, hey Cassie, like I'm struggling getting shout outs. I'm gonna say, okay, send me your time blocking from the last 2 days because I want to see where the holes are in your time blocking that I can help you fill and find an income producing activity to fit in somewhere. So that's why like I need everybody to be using this journal like as much as you possibly can. Like literally carry this journal to work with you, put it in your purse, bring it home with you. If you're going away for the weekend, bring this with you because you never know when somebody's going to reply back to a shout out from 2 weeks ago. Because yes, it's going to happen. You will have somebody who sees a message request from you like months later and they're like, hey girl, I'm so sorry, I never posted that shout out for you, I just did it. And it's like months later you're like, thank you, but that's a shout out, so we're going to be really focused on the journal, like extremely focused. And again, like I'm still learning this myself, so just bear with me as like we're going through like the training of it all and stuff. Let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Christy, hold on. Oh, Michaela, I'm so excited you just put that in the comments. We have a Spanish opportunity Zoom tomorrow night at 7:00. So Erin K is married to a Hispanic man. I'm probably saying the wrong words for those. So I'm really bad with like Hispanic. I'm not sure what the word is I'm supposed to be saying, but we're gonna go with Hispanic for now. I think that's the right thing. Her husband's Hispanic and he's fluid, like it's almost so hard to understand him. And Erin is building like a Hispanic leg. So she has been like really focusing on like helping the Hispanic community, like the family and stuff like that. And so she's going to be doing a Spanish speaking opportunity Zoom every other Thursday night. And that's gonna be tomorrow night. She just reminded me tonight. I will send you that information. Actually, please send me a message, Michaela, so I can remember to send you the information because I will probably forget, to be honest. So if anybody has any Hispanic speaking friends that you think would be interested in this business, like get them on this call. Like I won't be much help with them, but we can make it work. Like we can definitely make this work. Like I have Meyer's team. I'm Meyer. I don't know what language you speak. Can you help me out here?
Yes, I speak Hmong.
Mom. Okay, so I'm in a chat with one of Meyer's downlines named Mia, and Mia's new sign up named Mei Lee. And today they were voice messaging back and forth in our chat. And I had no idea what they were saying. Not a damn word. And I'm just like sitting in the background. I'm like, I wonder what they're saying right now. Like they were talking about like helping her get her first order placed. And then I'm messaging Nia on the side. I'm like, Nia, what is she saying? Like, I don't know. I'm like, what am I doing? And she's like, it's okay. Like, she's telling me what she needs to order. I was like, okay, well, this is how we're gonna do it then. But that's fine. Like, we can make this work for anybody. Like, literally, there's nothing we can't do with this and stuff. So if you have people that only speak Spanish, like, we'll make it work. We have an opportunity to Zoom tomorrow for them. Let's see, Christy. Kelly says she thinks your question is only coming to her. So I'm not sure what you're asking her. Do you think it's quicker from your computer with multiple tabs open? So Christy, I work at my computer during the business hours of the day, like typical, 9 to 2, I'm kind of using my computer. And I like to work from my computer because I've gotten used to it this way. But when I was working like my full-time job and stuff like that, like I usually worked from my phone. And like in the afternoon times I'm busy with my kids, I'm always just on my phone. Like I don't do much on my computer and go from there. So it's really just like hit or miss. Which message do you send to the likes again? Sorry, I'm thirsty. Hold on. For the likes, Kelly, I can send you it, but it's basically just the exact same info script. I just say like, hey, Kelly, I saw you liked Stacy's post about our firming cream. Here's some more information. And then I send my info script. That's it. By the way, speaking of the info script, please, 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 please do not change the info script, guys. I know you might want to think like, oh, let me rewrite this, make it sound more like me. I'm telling you that info script is the one we have used for over a year now, and it works. It works the way it is. I promise you it works the way it is. What else y'all saying? Yes, me, I need a flyer type thing to post. Suzanne, are you talking about the Spanish thing tomorrow night?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because that way I can just, kind of post it on my page and just be like, hey.
Susanna, do you know how to make flyers?
I do, but tomorrow I'm in clinic all day.
Well, let's do
Oh.
this. I'm gonna get the information to Ashley and we're gonna get Ashley to make a flyer, but because I don't speak any Spanish, I'm not sure what words to put on the flyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know like how to make a Spanish flyer. I can make an English flyer, but I can't make a Spanish flyer because I don't know how to speak Spanish. So
Yes.
I can get
So
the
I mean, if y'all can just, I guess just send me like what the English one normally has. You know what I mean? And I can just kind of translate it and send it to her.
Perfect.
And that way, I can just post it tomorrow morning right before I get to clinic and
Perfect.
not have to think about that.
Perfect. Okay.
Awesome.
Perfect. Okay. What other questions y'all got? Anybody? Everybody other questions for the night? Okay. All right. I think we're done with questions. I'm sorry this was much longer than I tried to be done in an hour, and clearly I went over, so I'm very sorry about that. I tend to have diarrhea of the mouth and talk a lot. But I really hope this was helpful to y'all. If anything doesn't make sense, like please ask me. Like literally like, ask me, and even if I seem annoyed, I promise you I'm not. I promise you I'm not annoyed. If you ever annoy me, I promise you that I will tell you if you're annoying me. I'm a very honest person and I will tell you if you're annoying me. So don't think that you're annoying me. And again, just know that Amanda, Ashley, and we have so many messages a day that we're not ignoring you. We're not ignoring you at all, I promise. I'm currently training over 100 people right now, like new people within the last 2 or 3 weeks. So there's gonna be times where like I might send you the wrong message because I didn't really zero on what day of training and stuff like that. Just bear with me because I'm still trying to get used to all this myself. But we're trying our hardest, and I know there's massive potential with this company, and I'm so excited for all of y'all to be on here with us. And I just know that if you plug into the system and use this journal and do your shout outs, it's going to work. It's foolproof. We call it our $1 million system because it's literally creating millionaires, and I want to be a millionaire. So I'm going to do the shout outs. So if nobody has any other questions, I will go ahead and stop this recording. Thank you all for watching.